Hey, and welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to go over step number 4 for how to discover your higher purpose. Now, if you haven't watched the first 3 steps, make sure you watch those 3 videos before watching this, because I promise you it'll make a lot more sense, because all of these steps are foundationally stacking one on top of another, building one on top of another. So make sure you watch the first 3 steps before watching this, and everything will all just come together for you more seamlessly. I will include the links to those first 3 videos in the description box, so make sure you check them out. Hi, I'm Jacqueline and welcome. We at Joyful Living Mindset are so excited that you're here because we believe that you have a great purpose and gift within you that's going to uplift humanity in some significant way. And we're here to help you navigate that journey and live your truth. So just to recap, step number 1 is the catalyst. Step number 2 is the big injustice. Step number 3 is the solution, what you are dedicating your life to, the change that you're dedicating your life to facilitate in this world. And step number 4 is about the core belief. And this means that it's like, why must your solution that you identified in step number 3, why must that solution exist, right? And think of this as the why behind your why. This is the deeper meaning that drives your higher purpose into fruition. So for instance, again, I'll share with you my example. So my example, the catalyst being left at school until 9 o'clock at night. The big injustice or the pain that arose out of that is that no child or anyone should ever grow up or live life feeling alone, unloved, or that their existence doesn't matter. And the solution to that big injustice is to build the next generation of aligned and compassionate role models, so that every child and every person can be seen, heard, and loved, and feel safe and loved in this world, right? And so that leads us to step number 4, is that why must that solution exist? In my case, for my purpose to exist, why must that solution that I'm dedicating my life to creating and facilitating that change in the world, why must that solution exist? So for me, my core belief based on those first three steps that I just shared, that solution must exist because I believe, my core belief is that role models should help individuals thrive with confidence and love, not cause them to hide from the world in shame and sadness. And I believe that so much. It's at such a cellular level that I believe that drives how I live, and it becomes a way of life for me. And that and I become that. And it's every day I wake up and I ensure that not only is that the change I'm facilitating in the world, but the first step to facilitating that change is that I have to embody that. And so it's something that I believe so wholeheartedly and deeply, that I embody and enforce that as a way of life in my day-to-day life. So that's really what step number 4 is. So you think about like what it's like, this deep core belief and value that drives how you show up in the world, that drives how you are as a person, that drives how you are living, and the passion and what you're so passionate, the change that you want to facilitate. And sometimes it may come in a form of like, well, why is it, like for instance for me, is that my softest spot, or my softest spot is when I see a child or someone who is neglected, who is supposed to be loved and protected and cherished, by their role models, whether that be their parents or grandparents or teachers or boss or anyone in a position of influence and power. And when I see someone who is mistreated or neglected in that way, it just tugs at my heart, and I want to do something about it, even though it's not my problem, right? But it's like, gosh, it's like I just want to help them in some way, and it's just like it's such a strong desire and a strong driving force that drives me to, like, I want to do something about this, because that is my core belief. My core value is believing that role models should help individuals thrive with confidence and love, not cause them to hide from the world in shame and sadness. So I hope that makes sense. And so when you look at uncovering and applying that to your case, right? Once you identify the first 3 steps, just stack it on top of one another and ask yourself, like, why must the solution that you identified in step number 3, why must that exist? Like, what's in it for you? Like why is this so important to you, right? And so just think through that, and it's just kind of like this declaration, almost, if you will, in that core belief. It's that declaration, like, I believe wholeheartedly, like, if you ask me, and I will repeat it over and over and over again, is that I believe that role models should help individuals thrive with love and confidence, not cause them to hide from the world in shame and sadness. Like, that is something that I believe in. It doesn't matter how many times you ask me, I will spit out the same answer, and it drives how I show up in life in every day. And I am so committed and passionate to embody that myself, like embody that core belief myself, to become the role model for my son or for anyone who's it's like within my circle of influence, to help them to thrive with love and confidence and not feel ashamed of themselves and have to hide away, hide from the world in shame and sadness. So hopefully that helps explain to you a little bit more, like the kind of like the bigger picture of how your purpose is coming to be, like underneath that, like what's driving, like that why behind the why of, and what drives your higher purpose into fruition. So, and then in the next video is going to be the last and final step of how you're, based on the first 4 steps that we've just identified, how that is now going to give light to what your higher purpose is. So make sure you watch that and look out for that for next week. I will share that in the next video. But until then, if you have any comments or questions or need clarifications on this step number 4, identifying what your core belief is, or any of the other 3 steps, feel free to pop them in the comments. I'll be happy to read through them and support you further in any way that I can. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.